Hello, 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 guys, and good evening. So I'm just trying to get something set here. So hello, if you can hear me, let me know. Okay, so I'm just preparing some things. I don't want people to see it. Who am I hiding it? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's go. Hello, 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 hello. So, hello and good evening and welcome. Try more to create content. No, yeah. Hello, guys. I It's not that if I play music on the background now, YouTube will now come and tell you that that one is not. It's not all music. If you play any music inside your video here on this YouTube will come and the owner of the music can come and meet you now for you to come and start paying. Now, if not, I would have been playing music so that I can be dancing before you people come online. Eh? I just feel like dancing. Good evening. Good evening. Let me put on my glasses. So let's see. Let's get started. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Let's see. Rosa, you're welcome. Hi, dear sister. Oh, so sorry. Like seriously, but Rosa, seriously, it's called in Joburg. But somebody actually called me yesterday from South Africa, but I actually don't know the particular area. And she was like, it is very hot, as in that the weather is very hot. So I'm like, wow, the weather is very hot. Like we here in Nigeria, the weather now is really hot also. So and now you don't can say it's cold. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's different cities or something or state, whatever. Okay. All right, so guys, so welcome to today's live stream. Welcome to another live class today, guys. Welcome and welcome and welcome and welcome. So, guys, so it is another beautiful day for our live classes. You're welcome. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. So, for those of you that are just joining us, I just seen my beautiful face. You're welcome. So, guys, so you guys should stop. You should start. So, rather, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. So, start dropping your greetings. You know, when you come, when people are in the house and you come, you will greet. That's our culture here in this country. Okay, so you are supposed to greet. So as you are joining us, you greet. So you're welcome. So for those of you that are just joining us, I'm greeting you for ahead first. So I want somebody to confirm. Please confirm that you can hear me. That the volume, the audio is okay. Is it volume? That the audio is okay, so you can hear me nicely. So before we start, because it's not good for us to just start now, and then when we start, somebody like I cannot hear you or this or that. So look at all my regulars. Your communication. Hello from New Folk, Virginia. You're welcome. Grace Akman, you're welcome. Good evening, Grace. Where are you watching me from? So those are Priscilla, you're welcome. Hello, Priscilla, you're welcome. Yes, okay, it's okay. So Priscilla, where are you watching me from? Let me know. So since it is okay, so let's just get started straight to for is it straight to or straight for? Straight to today's tutorial, guys. So let's just get started. So without much of further ado, let's just get started. Okay. So we're going to be using the slash and spread. So we're going to try it. You already know. Gloria, nice to see you, man. My namesake. You are welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gracie Akman, you're watching from Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining. Gloria, my namesake, where are you watching me from? Let me know. I would appreciate that. Okay, so today's this sleeve we're going to be using Gifty. You're welcome. We're going to be using Bulgar. Welcome, Sandra. Hi. So we're going to be using a slash and spread for today's. Oh, thank you. Those of you that are giving me hearts, thank you already. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So we're going to use a slash and spread. You people already know how this our live streams are. We'll try it out. Do you understand? So we'll see the outcome. If the thing work, okay, we'll see. If it does not work, we'll correct it here together by ourselves, with ourselves. Okay. So here we'll do all of our tutorials for those of you that are just joining us. Thank you so much. Those people that are giving me art. Ufoma, you're welcome. Sandra, you're watching from Ghana. Thank you so much. So what we'll do, we'll try out our pieces. So whatever we're making, we'll try them out and then we'll see how they look. If there's any error, we'll know where we made mistake and then we know what and what to correct. So that's what this whole live stream in this sewing class, that's what it entails. Muzumba, you're welcome. You came early today. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, so guys, so let's just get started. So I'm going to readjust. I think I would have to, yeah, let me reduce my, okay, let's see. I just want to make sure that we got the whole table. Right. Okay, I think it's okay this way. Okay, I think it's perfect. Yeah, so we can see the table. Okay, you're watching from Anambra. You're welcome, Gloria. Thank you so much for joining. So today we're going to be using the slash and spread. Okay, so for those of you, Dicta, wow, you're welcome. Nice to see you. So we're going to be using the slash and spread for today's tutorial. So the first thing, when you want to do this kind of sleeve, you draft a basic sleeve. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do now, let's go ahead now and draft our basic sleeve and a basic off shoulder sleeve. So this is like a two-in-one tutorial. You will learn how to actually draft an off shoulder sleeve. So I'm going to explain it. It is a simple process when you want to draft an off shoulder sleeve. Jane, you are welcome. Jane, where are you watching me from? Let me know. You're welcome. So this is, you know, that sleeve, this part now, when you are drafting an off shoulder sleeve, this is the part where the, is it off shoulder next, I would say. People don't mind my grammar. So where the off shoulder, the style line rather will be, okay. So sometimes I like to play. I like to play with grammar. Jane, you're watching from Lagos. So this part like this, that off shoulder part, so you measure that part. So for this now we have about 12 inches, okay? So that top part. So that's what you are going to put into consideration. So for instance, if you are drafting an off shoulder sleeve, a normal off shoulder sleeve, this is what you will do. The first thing you are going to do, you are going to measure the length of that sleeve, okay? That's how long do you actually want the sleeve to be. You measure the length. So for this, let's just see. Let's go with about 13 inches. So that's this 13 inches is going to be here, or 12 inches. Let's go with 12 inches. So 12 inches is going to be there. And then I'm going to mark it like this. I'll mark it straight. And then the next thing we're going to put into consideration when drafting an off shoulder sleeve is the armhole. So this line now is going to be like a start up line, okay? This is like a start up line. You know, off shoulder, when we're doing off shoulder sleeve, off shoulder blouse, off shoulder, whatever, you take out 5 inches. So it depends on how much drop you actually want it to be. So you take out 5 inches. So the next thing you are going to come here, you come to this line. Remember this part just now we measured it, it was 12 inches. So that 12 inches, you will divide that 12 inches into two. You are going to have like 6 inches like this, and then you place it here because it's divided into two. You place it here, and then you take your depends on how much drop you want. Most times we usually use about 5 inches for the drop. And then you remember that your armhole, your round armhole depends on how much around armhole. So for instance, we are using 9 inches, which is 18 inches. So you remember your right that nine, when you divide that nine, sorry, let me come again. Your round armhole, our round armhole now, for instance, your round armhole is 18. When you divide 18 into 2, you have 9 inches. You know, when you're cutting a normal sleeve, you will now put the 9 inches on the armhole, yes. But because this is an off shoulder, you take out 5 inches from it because it is an off shoulder, and then this is still your 9 inches. 9 plus 9, which is 16. Okay. You mark it that way. So you are not going, because this is an off shoulder sleeve, you are not going to carry that 9 the way we do our normal round sleeve, and then you mark 9 and then you curve it. No, you are not going to do it. You remember your 5 inches for your off shoulder, put that into consideration, and then you place it like that, and then you still have your 9 line here, and then you mark your 9. And then when you mark your 9, you rule it with a straight ruler. Just connect it like that to that point, like that. Okay, when you connect like that, the next thing you are going to, depends on the kind of sleeve that you want. If it is a fitted sleeve, remember this part now, that's this part, okay, which we have measured 9, and then this part now, you are going to come like this. So depends on how much. So for instance now, let's see here, that's, which is this point, that's 10 inches. How much tightness do I want? That's if I'm doing a fitted sleeve. Oh, I want people to understand. So for those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. And if you have not hit on the like button, please like the video. So which is 11. So that 11, when you divide 11 into 2, you are going to have 5.5. So now you are going to mark 5.5 here like this, on this point like this, and then you come to the down part. So that down part now is 10 inches. I'm going to mark 5 inches here like this. So I'm just using this. I'm still going to We're still going to do our normal one that we're doing today. So this, I'm just teaching you guys how to actually draft an off shoulder sleeve. So you mark that like that, and then from this point now, from that point, you would connect your armhole. So remember, when you mark that, you add allowance to your sleeve. So it depends on, if it's 1 inches allowance, you add them, and then you connect it like this. So basically, this is your off shoulder straight pencil sleeve. So you can see, this is your off shoulder straight pencil sleeve. On a normal day, when you are doing a straight pencil off shoulder sleeve, this is how it comes out. But for this one of today now, we don't want this part tight. It is a loose sleeve, you understand? Then it has a band. So now what we are going to do, I think I'm going to get another pattern paper, so that those of you that are just joining us, you will not be confused. Okay, so I'm still on. I hope people can still hear my voice. So I'm just trying to get, yes, I'm just trying to get a pattern paper that I'm going to use. So I don't want to use that pattern paper again. So people will understand. You see everything as we're doing it. Okay, so I'm just trying to trim this. Okay, so now we're going to start now for today's sleeve. So this is like basically like a two-in-one class. Now for those of you that just joined, you're welcome. Okay, let's see. Kotari. Oh wow, it's midnight in India. Wow. It's just here is about it's almost 8 p.m. here in Nigeria. So the next thing now we're going to do now, so we're going to add our normal, the same thing we did, just add. So for this, we're going to do slash and spread. So we'll add, so this is my startup line. So the next thing we're going to do now, so for this now, since it is an open sleeve, we are not going to make it. You're watching from Bayelsa, Philomena, welcome. So now this place is not going to be tight. Remember, this off shoulder part now for this is not going to be tight. It is open. Okay, it is open. So for this, you are the one you will choose. So because it depends on how much open it is open, that is what will determine the drop that we will have. So for this, I'm going to go with about 17 inches. Okay, so let's see, 17 inches. No, if I go with 17 inches, it's not going to be tight though. So I think I'm going to use it about 18 inches. Yes, I'll use about 18 inches. Okay, so that 18 inches, when I divide that 18 into 2, I'm going to have 9 inches. Okay, so I'll come to, if it is too long, we'll see it and we'll correct it. So let's go. That is the beauty of being in a live class. we'll see what is not working and then we'll fix it, okay? So 9 inches, I'll mark 9 inches because that 18, you divide that 18 into two and it's going to give you 9. Mary, you're welcome. Okay, you caught us today. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, so you mark it, you mark your 9 inches here. That's 18, 18. You can remember, we'll mark 18, and that 18 is loosed, not because it is a dropping sleeve. You understand? So that is why we're using that 18, and you divide that into two, you have 9. You place the 9 here. When you place the 9 here, the next thing you are going to put into consideration is the length of our sleeve. So for the sleeve, we're going to add a band to it. So let's just walk. Maybe when I'm putting it on the fabric, I will elongate it more. So let's just work with about 12 inches for our length, and then we'll add a band of like 2 inches after everything. So we'll mark it now. So let's work with about 12 inches here. Okay, so that will be the length of our sleeve. And then the next thing, just like I explained earlier, we are adding our round armhole. So for this round armhole now, we're using the same thing we did. Our round armhole is 16. When you divide 16 into 2, we're going to have 9. No, it's 18. Sorry, 9 plus 9, 18. 16 is 8 plus 8. No, it's 9. Our round armhole, normal round armhole is 9, okay? Which is 18. People should don't mind my mathematics skill. Oh. So after marking it there, we'll connect it with a straight ruler, okay, like this, and then just curve this one out like this, and then just create a curve, which is our curve, okay. So this sleeve is is a big sleeve. It's not a normal small sleeve. Okay, let's see. Nsa love. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're watching from Ghana. Thank you so much. So for those of you that are just joining us, people should greet us. Drop your greetings for us. We appreciate it. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to use this wideness for our sleeve. You understand? So the width that we're going to use, we're just going to carry that same 9 inches from the top. We'll carry it like that, and then when we get to this down part, we're going to just reduce it a little bit. So for this, you can just eyeball it how you want it to be, okay. So for this down part, we're going to use about 14 inches. So that's 14 divided by 2, which is 7. Okay, so from this point now, we're going to mark here like this, okay. We'll mark here like this, so you will remember we're going to add a band. So literally we are done with this. So we're going to cut this out now, and then we're going to use slash and spread. This thing should not pull, I think. So we're going to use our slash and spread to do this. So I'm going to cut this off now like this. So you see, I just want people to see, you see the shape of the sleeve. You see how it is. So it depends on how long you want it to be. From here like this, it can be as long up to this point. Okay, so let's see. Tina, you're watching from Ethiopia. Wow, you're welcome, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you that have joined this stream today. So the next thing that we're going to be using the slash and spread. Yay. So you people that used to be afraid of slash and spread, let me see now. Slash and spread is not difficult. It's not a big deal. It's just slash it, spread it, cut it. Okay. So, so let's continue. So now, where we want to spread, that we want this part now to be long, like this up part. I want it longer. That's just literally what spread is. We want it longer so it drops. So that will give us that cowl effect on that sleeve. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to mark. So from this point, so I'm just going to like eyeball it. I'm not using any basic, really basic, what do you call it now? So I need to watch it. I might not, I might, this might not be the right way to for me to spread this. It might be like this, and that's true. So this one, you people don't, it's not, just ignore this. So let's respread. So we'll spread this like this, not like, if I spread it this the way I did it now, you people should see the way I did it straight. Now if I do it like this, it will not drop, it will not have that drop very well. So now we want to spread it like this, okay? So you come to this part now. We're going to spread it like this. I wish I okay. Let's see. Let me use chalk so that we'll see the difference. Okay. So now we want to spread it like this. It's like this. We will spread it. Okay. So after that, the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to cut. We're going to cut them open. So that's just like basically what is slash and spread. You just like cut it, open it. There's no big deal about it. No any serious matter inside slash and spread. Just for you to know how to use your brain to calculate it. You can see, you see, by the time we spread it, now this one will now give us a long part. That's it. Like my Hausa people in Nigeria will say shikena. So now the next thing now, I'm going to place my fabric, and then I am going to place this like this. So this fabric, this connection, this really, 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 really. Hello, you're watching from okay from Ethiopia. So the next thing now, so I'm placing this. So as I'm placing it now, so since I have length, I'm just trying to draw this. So depends on how much spread I have. That is what will help me. Okay. So you can see how I'm spreading it. So the next thing I'm going to part now. You remember that straight part. So I hope you guys can see. So that straight part, you still need to put that straight part into consideration. No matter what you do, you put it. I hope you people can see what I'm doing now. I don't know if I should raise this up more a little bit. Let's see. Because I want you guys to cap. Okay, so I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So remember this part now. So when I spread now, you can see this is spread up to that point, and then I'm going to pin that down. So normally you can decide to put this in another pattern paper and just do it, but I don't want to. And then this one, I'm going to pin it, just pin them down. So I hope you guys can see. If you cannot see, please let me know. Let me not be doing what I don't know here. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do now, when I spread them like that, I'm going to remark this part like that. And then this part now, you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to curve this part now. So I'm trying to straight. This part is not actually curved. This is like the armhole area now. Okay. So when I mark that up to that point, that's like the armhole part, and then I'm going to mark the length of my sleeve, and then come like this. So after marking that, the next thing, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, please, if you cannot see, please let me know. So now I'm going to start cutting it. So I'll cut. So we're going to put mark at every point. So I'm going to raise this now so that you people can see. Let's see how it looks. Okay. So I hope you can see. So the next thing now, I'm just going to put marks here. So we just know that this part is just for us to pleat them. Okay. And then I'll take out my pins and then let's see what we've got. So I'll take them off and then this is going to come like this. So you can see, and then we're going to add our band here. So let's just stitch. Before we stitch, I need to cut out my band, okay? Before we stitch. I hope you guys can see. Just pray. So maybe when we are stitching, people will see it better. So I need to cut out my band. So for the band, I'm going to use my Ankara piece for the band, okay? I'm going to use my Ankara piece. This is my leftover fabric from our last tutorial. So I'll just cut out a straight band. Okay, so let's stitch. As we stitch along, we'll see everything. Okay, so this comes here. So I hope people can see. Okay. First thing we're okay, no, let's just leave it. So the next thing, I'm just going to put notches on all those points so that I will know what I'm doing. So I'll know where I'm going to plait, okay? So I'm going to show you people everything because it's not just to pleat. When you pleat, you are still going to check the armhole to make sure that you have your armhole measurement. But the good thing with the ones that are pleated, even if it is too big, you can always reduce it. So you can see what I'm doing. So I'm pleating. I'm just like basically pleating this, okay? So the pleats, they have to be a little bit bigger. They have to be big a little, like 1 inch big, so that it can go into the other parts, okay? So you can see. So those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. You can drop your comments. If you are following and understanding, please let me know. If you are not understanding, let me know also. Okay. My thread has finished. That's the thread under. So I don't have time to start adding new thread. So I'll use a different color of thread. So let's continue. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just pleating those parts, those points. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. If you are understanding and getting what I'm doing, please let me know, okay? Okay. So I want to pleat them. I want them to be the same. So that is why. So I'm pleating the one on the other side right now. So you can see I'm pleating them facing down. So it is very important for you to know where you are pleating them to. Okay, so when we finish splitting, I'm going to open this. Let's check and see. So as you are doing this, you are going to make sure your armhole, you will measure it. Okay, so you will measure your armhole. This is your armhole, your armhole, the side that will fix on your dress. Okay, so I'm going to check. So I'm trying to check my armhole. Remember, we took out 5, so we want 9. So it is a little bit bigger. So I'm still going to hold one on it. So I'll just hold one more piece here. So after holding that one, it's okay. So I'm going to cut this open now. So you can see it is looking funny, right? You can see. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to add our band. Okay. So I just want to double check that I'm sewing the right thing. So for the band, like I said, for the band, what I'm going to do, okay. So for the band, at this junction now, if you are making a normal sleeve, at this junction now, you will turn with your lining. You understand? So at this point now, you will take it and then you turn it with your lining. So you can see it looks like the shape already, but you can see. So you turn it with your lining at this point. So the next thing now, we're going to add our band. So for the band, like I said, I'll just cut out a straight fabric. So it depends on how big you want your band to be, but whatever you are doing, make sure that your band is the size of your wrist. Okay, so which is that for mine is going to be about between 8 inches. So you check your band. If you notice that sleeve is not, even the band is not tight. You understand? It's not a tight band. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to measure. So for this, I'm going to use about 11 inches, and then I'll cut that open. That is, no, is it cut it open now? I'll cut it off, okay? And then you can see, so this is the width of my band. So my band is about 3.5 inches. So the next thing now, we're to join it. So like I said, at this point now, you would turn with your lining. So now, if you notice, it has tiny pleats. So I'll just take the edge like this and then I'm placing it together like this, and then I am stitching. Okay. So the pleats are just little tiny pleats, just little tiny pleats. So I hope you people are getting me. You people, somebody should talk. Oh, I hope you people are still getting what I'm doing. Please let me know on the comment section. Please, I need somebody to answer. Okay. Small time now, we'll be choosing prefect in this class. Okay. We'll be choosing prefects when we come for our live classes, so that our live classes can be okay. So people should please hit on the like button. I would appreciate it. And then like I said, okay, so you can see, so I'll cut off every other bit of excess that I have. And then the next thing we're going to do now, so for this top part, I'm not going to, I would have want to just iron it. Understand? I really did not want to stitch it down, but I think I just have to stitch it down. Okay, no need. There's no point of me stitching it down. Normally I'm supposed to turn it with a lining, but since I'm not adding a lining piece, So the next thing, I'm going to join my sleeve. So this part, this round part, I'm not going to, this part, this is my armhole part, I'm not going to touch it. So like I said, I'm going to double check my armhole measurement again to make sure that it is okay. And then from that part, I am going to join my sleeve down. So I hope you guys are following me. Omolara, you're welcome. I hope you are following me. So the next thing now, I am going to start joining my sleeve on the side. I hope you people are following me. No, but I did not. No. So I'm already joining my sleeve together. So once I get to the part of the wrist, I'm going to place them together like that and make sure that they align. There are some small, small tricks that we have in sewing. Small, 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 small tricks. Okay. So the next thing now, I'm going to trim. So I'll just trim off every excess that we have. And then the next thing, I am going to open up the sleeve, and then we are going to see. Whoa, oh, this part don't lose. I trimmed it off. Chai, chai, chai. I have to go back. I have to stitch it again. I trimmed it off just now that I was trimming. I feel like singing. I'm thinking I'm alone. Okay. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that is okay. So let's see. So this is our armhole part. This is the part that will sit on the armhole area. Okay, hello. Yes, they okay, we they follow. Thank you. Ah, see, correct person. Thank you. All right, so now let's see. Let's place it on the mannequin and see. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, so that we will see. Oh, let's see what we did. Oh, oh yeah, mannequin, come here. People know what is our mannequin. At times, when we show mannequin like this, YouTube go think say na people wey no wear cloth dey be. They will now. So now, I'm now going to take it like this. I will place it. Let me hide it here. Let me hide the stitch. Okay. And then see where the armhole will reach here. That's where it will get to. So I'll place it. And then so this part, so normally it's supposed to be like let me pin it. Then this second side also, I will pin it. And then this center, I'm supposed to turn it with a lining here, so that is why. So since I did not turn with lining, I need to tuck those places in so it will look good. Okay, so that is why I'm doing that. All right, so the next thing now, I'm trying to play. I'm trying to pin the other ones also. So it's like there's something I noticed. I'm coming. That one is not pinning well. Okay, let's see. There's something that I noticed. I noticed that it's because of time. I would have loved to use hemming gum to just iron that thing down so that it will look neat. I think I'll iron it. I'll iron it. Let me get my pressing iron. But other than that, you can see the sleeve already, guys. Pull off my pressing iron. Okay. The pressing iron is supposed to be on. They now went and off it. They say it's me that said they should off it. It's all right. So let's see. I want to iron it. I want this. I want it to be fine. Oh yeah, hell my Jesus. Okay, okay, okay. So for those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. You came late. You came late to class today. And when you students, when they come late, what do they go do them? So let's see. I want to iron it so that it will be fine. I actually did not like it just now. Oh, hell my Jesus. People say I'm just try our live streamer. I'm just managing to struggle with the space that I have here. So in case this one, if you don't want to use lining, that's when you do this for your clothes. You just use hemming gum like this. You just use your hemming gum like this, and then it's going to be better. Let me turn off the pressing iron. Oh, that's mm-hmm. Oh, which kind thing be down. All of the plates they did not come out because it was not ironed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can see it looks better now. And thank God that there's light today. Oh. For those of you that are in Nigeria, you know that that one is their handwork. In the evening like this, it don't used to be light. It's a trademark in Naija. Okay, yes, this looks better. Seriously, looks better. Hmm. As a tailor, a fashion designer, you must invest in pressing iron. Oh. So now let's okay. So okay, yeah. So let's go back. Let's go back to our. So now we're going to pin that. I'll pin it here, which is at the center. Okay. So there's something that I noticed. So this part is like it is too long. That's the drop part. So it depends. So for that drop part, people know I used I actually use 18 inches. Yes, that is what I use. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm just trying to reduce it a little bit so that we can see the fitting properly. Okay. So I'm trying to reduce it. Let's see. So let me pin it down like that. And see, let me do this front part also. Let's see. I wish I can put this sleeve on my hand. This mannequin is not doing good to it at all. Ah, kind thing is this now? It's not doing justice to it at all. Let's see. So at the end of the day, you can see. So what I notice, people know that on this part, I actually use so this part now the spread that I did was not as in at the end of the day. Now, what I noticed that is my own plate is not as full as the original piece. You understand? So you can see it's not as full as the original piece. So the part when you are doing this on your own, this part you can decide to use 16 inches instead of 19. So don't use 19, don't use 18, sorry, don't use 18 inches, use 16 inches for this part, except if it is somebody that is a plus size. Then you can use that. So use 16, and then for the spread that I did, so my own spread approximately it was like about 3 inches, about 3 inches spread, as in when we did the spread. So for this now, if you want this part to be fuller, you have to really spread this part. You understand? You have to really spread. You spread as much as like up to like 10 inches. You understand? So spread it as much as between 8 and 10 inches. That's each one. Like this, spread them so much. So when you spread it so much, this side now is going to be fuller. Other than that, every other thing is constant. Okay. So now let me drop my this thing. Let's do small greeting before we go home. So for those of you that are just joining us today, so let me shift our mannequin close and then. So for those of you that are just joining us today, you're welcome. Okay. So let me shift my chair. So guys, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. What happened now? You like okay, Chikodi, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into today's live stream. Chikodi, you came late. Lucia, you're watching from Barcelona. Wow, you're welcome. Thank you so much. So we are done for today's live stream. So our next live class is going to be on Saturday. Yeah. Our next live class is going to be on Saturday. I'm not sure I'm going to come up live tomorrow. So we're going to be working on a female trouser. So those of you that want to see our female trouser, so we're going to start it that day. So thank you so much, guys. Those of you that tuned in today, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I say bye bye to you guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday.